Hi, I'm Beth Buelow, a member of C3 West Michigan's Inclusive Spiritual Connection, and I'm pleased to be offering this week's meditation. C3 meditations from community members are posted every Wednesday at noon on Facebook. You can also join us on Sunday mornings in July at 10 a.m. Eastern on C3's Facebook page, where we have teachings by our lead teacher, Kent Dobson, or a guest teacher. Starting in August, we're excited to be back in person, meeting at the Grand Haven Community Center with a live stream on Facebook starting at 10 a.m. You can keep up with everything that's going on by subscribing to our weekly newsletter, and you can sign up at c3westmichigan.org. We're in the midst of a series called Meaning Matters, where each month we focus on a different word, and the word for July is conversation. And personally, this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. So I'm happy to be sharing a few thoughts. A colleague years ago shared this idea that our biggest source of stress is conversations we're not having. You might think, but wait, what about money? Isn't money our biggest source of stress? Or work, or challenging relationships, or maybe those family issues, physical ailments, or even the pandemic? And yes, those are issues that most of us experience at some point in our lives as stressors, hopefully a pandemic only once. But if we really look closely and dig a little bit, it's not the thing itself that's stressful. It's the need to have a conversation about that thing that is stressful. It's talking about money with our partner. It's about a hard truth we need to share with a colleague at work. It's about the discussion we need to have about boundaries or masks or vaccinations with our family. It's the conversation we need to have with ourselves, the really hard and honest conversation about what we really want and what we don't want. Real conversation is vulnerable. When I think of conversation, it's not about talking, it's about creating an intentional space. And I love last week that Kent shared this idea of one of the meanings of conversation being this kind of third space, this entity that's created between two people. And in that space, there's connection, relationship, honesty, dialogue, humility. And there's always an opportunity to increase understanding and empathy. Given all of that, the stakes are kind of high. So it's natural to be a little nervous because we're showing a bit of our souls in the process of sharing our truth. In theory, it's easier to be passive aggressive or to avoid it or to just hope it all goes away or to talk around the issue rather than really connecting with the issue. But in the end, it's all of that avoidance of the conversation that just makes the stress more intense and denies us opportunities for growth and deeper relationship. Where are you feeling stress in your life? And when you consider that stress, what's the conversation that needs to be had that will help loosen its grip on you? If it helps, and it helps me, reflect on this advice from the book, Crucial Conversations. When you're considering going into a conversation that you think might be difficult, think of three things. 1, out of the conversation, what do you want for yourself? 2, what do you want for the other person? And 3, what do you want for the relationship? If you center yourself in those intentions, then it's easier to go in with an open heart and an open mind. To really bring home the transformative power of conversation, I'll leave you with the words of the Dalai Lama, who says, "The reality today is that we are all interdependent and have to coexist on this small planet. Therefore, the only sensible and intelligent way of resolving differences and clashes of interest, whether between individuals or nations, is through dialogue." Peace.